What's up, everybody? Welcome into the football show with no name. My name is Clint. I'm one of your hosts. You can call me Champ if you want to. We got Lauren with us.
Who dat?
Who is living up to her end of the bargain today.
I did.
Ready to play, you guys.
Where's the fucking tiara?
I don't own a tiara, but I got I did the stuff that girls do with like the eyeliner and stuff like that.
You did do the makeup.
You did.
Girls are here. Yep.
You did do the makeup.
You are an honorable payer.
I made a stupid decision to go Patriots Super Bowl, so here you go.
Yes, we definitely
cheers to the Patriots.
Cheers. I am having actually wine tonight. I'm going to be drinking bourbon all next week in Colorado, so I decided to have some wine this evening. Terrible. Yes. So it's a good time. So all right. So we got Big Jeff with us, or you can call him Ferg, whatever you feel like calling him. He's a proud fan of Tua today. And the Dolphins. So we're going to talk a little bit of football, what happened this week. And then we're going to bring on our guest around 8 o'clock. He's going to be joining us, Mr. ERIC EBRON, Pro Bowl, NFL tight end, second team All-American in college. Just an overall great dude.
I just also want to add, he is gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, Lauren,
I have such a
the
thing
people
for
don't
him.
know this yet, but Lauren has a girl crush on Ebron, and we may bring that up.
I think you should. I think we should.
Samantha,
it's like
you have a girl crush on this man.
Yes, it's a gay girl crush. It's him and LeBron, but like forever. Like that man is gorgeous.
Yeah, and well, he's a Pro Bowler. So, I mean, you could do worse, Lauren.
I totally agree. Yeah. The dimples too. He's great.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no. And he's just an overall good dude. So we're going to have a good talk with him. He's going to be with us for about 30 minutes. So we're going to talk some past life, some current life, and some upcoming things that are going on for him. And talk a little football and then kind of delve into Thursday night football with Eric. Because he's a former Steeler and it's the Browns and Steelers. So we kind of want to talk to him about that rivalry. Any questions you guys have, put them in the chat. We will definitely get to them. And Lauren, we got to talk about Lauren and her love for him as well. So it's going to be a good show, you guys. So let's start it off. Ferg, this was something that you wanted to talk about. So let's have you introduce what we're going to talk about first.
So, really great game, Arizona Raiders game. Kyler kind of finally put a little justification to that $230 million. Thank you, because he was trashy.
Legal record, which we'll talk about later.
But we want to skip past the overtime and the failures of the Raiders and stuff. We want to go to the end of the game, the celebration, where there's an alleged fan that has smacked Kyler Murray. I've seen the video. I wish we could show it, but I saw the video. He kind of looked startled. He definitely got smacked. Now, his opinion was that it's okay. If he saw the guy, he would give him a handshake right now. But my question to you guys, either out there or you two guys, what would you do as a player if a fan smacked you?
Was the fan from the other? Were they cheering for the other team? So it was the other team.
He was the one Raiders fan in the midst of all of those Cardinal fans.
And he lost it like the last second. I probably would have smacked the shit out of the fan.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right. I wouldn't have. I would have been so pissed off.
Emotion would have just overcome.
It would have been like an adrenaline, and I wouldn't have cared.
And I don't disagree necessarily. Lauren, you just watched the video right before we came on air, so you're kind of the freshest in your memory. And we were talking about this for a brief moment before Ferg joined us. It's like, did he smack him, or was he reaching for him? That kind of thing. And also, whenever Kyler went back and turned around and kind of like thought that the guy might have tried to smack him, dude was like smiling and laughing. So you can take that one of two ways, right? One, you're being a complete asshole.
If I smack the shit out of a dude that makes $250 million, I'd probably be laughing too. I mean,
if he's got seats where he had seats, he put some money down. He's drunk. He's probably all pissed off Raiders fan. Like they're sorry, I love you, Seth, but they're kind of, bitchy sometimes.
That's the question. How did he even get to those seats? Because those got to be like 5 to 10K a green seats.
I mean, were they in Vegas? Were they in Vegas or in Arizona?
Boy, that's a good.
I think they were in Arizona.
That was in Arizona.
So they have. So Vegas is the highest tickets in the NFL, right? And I doubt Arizona is in that top tier of tickets. So I mean, it probably cost them $300 or $400. You know, I think besides, you know, amazingly enough, I think the highest ticket price besides Vegas is the Manders of Washington because of
Manders.
Yeah, no, Dan Snyder's always had high ticket prices, bro. He thinks
that stadium is
sneaky bastards here in Charlotte got some high ticket
I've heard some stories about that stadium too. You're basically paying money to get shitty water dumped on you. Like it is, and right now they're all fighting about where to. Yeah, that's not worth it. It's not worth
Lauren, it is ran by Dan Snyder. Let's all be honest. The Washington Commanders are a water shithole.
Yeah,
right,
I don't know. This week the Commanders are the waiver guys this week.
Okay, so that's a good point. We actually have some stuff further down in our rundown, but let's just jump right into it then since you brought his name up.
Yep.
One of the questions we had for this week. So have we forgotten about Dan Snyder, especially after we saw what happened with the owner of the Phoenix Suns?
No.
Have we just forgotten about Dan Snyder? Like he's just going to continue to get a pass?
No, dude. So a friend of the program, a friend of you and me, Ferg, and the commish, Miss Kiasha Solomon. She's a diehard Washington football fan, right? Whatever you want to call them, she's a fan of the team. She has always been talked about how bad Snyder was and how much she wants him gone, how bad he is for the organization and football in general. But because that upper echelon of owners in the NFL is a good old boys club.
Yeah.
You can't really do anything for that, right?
Dudes, yeah.
Right. I mean, essentially that's what the deal is. So you can't do anything about it. He's got like $7 bazillion. What's up, Joe? Glad you joined us, bro. Good to see you, man. Any questions that you may have, you can definitely throw them in the chat. But he's just like that fucking franchise has been losing for a very long time. You know,
so in the next 5 years, will Dan Snyder be the owner, or will someone else be the owner?
Well, so all those emails and stuff that came out, you know, about with Gruden and all that stuff when they were with the Washington Commanders, or I guess they were the Redskins at that point. And you know what? We're gonna have a guest later on down the road that can actually speak to this a lot more intelligently. That was actually in the organization at that time. And so that's Mr. TJ Thorpe. We will talk to him later on down the road. But so he can talk a little bit more about that. But, you know, I mean, with all those emails and stuff that came out, I don't know, man. I mean, we'll see, you know, the society, the way it is. I'm going to say probably because he has X amount of dollars, right? But that's probably the only reason. What do you think, Lauren?
I don't know that much about the situation, so I can't comment on that. I do know he's a dirtbag, but I miss the Phoenix because I do not follow the NBA at all.
Yeah. Oh, you don't. Yeah.
I'm like NFL and Bachelorette.
Yeah. You know.
So in the comments we have a Jules that says Snyder made the Commanders where they are. Is that a smart, intelligent point, or are you being a smart? I can read it both ways. I don't know which one it is. So,
like, can you put a question mark at the end of that with an exclamation point? Like, is that what you're trying to say?
I can't get through. Can I just say one thing? Can we just talk about the name first since we're on this topic? The name Commanders.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, my friend Alberto got engaged. Congratulations. He is no longer a Commanders fan because of the name. So I thought about that. No, for me, I'm a huge Handmaid's Tale fan. I love that show. I know it's not do you watch it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the first thing you think of when you hear the Commanders?
Oh yeah, the head in charge white dudes that their wives hold the arms, right?
If Mitch McConnell and like R. Kelly was white and those guys all had a country together, that's what it is. And so it's like, let me think of the best thing you can name a team from DC. We'll call them the Commanders. So every time I just think Handmaid's Tale. It's a terrible name. Terrible.
They were kicking around the Red Wolves and all that stuff, but the whole thing.
Wolves in DC.
It should have been like the Chocolate City Football Club.
Yes, actually like sexual chocolate. That makes more sense.
Fucking chocolate.
Washington
sexual chocolate.
Yes, that makes sense.
Let's take a page from, is it next Friday or Friday after next? He said he played for the Cucamonga Cracker Killers.
That's even better. Anything. It's like, it just makes no sense why you would call yourself that.
Look,
the Wizards?
It's so dumb. Well, they were the Bullets first.
I mean,
but the Wizards to me are like KKK reference. So I'm like, come on.
There's no FCC here.
There's no FCC here. We can say Yeah. All right. So now we have about 15 minutes before Eric's going to join us. So let's get to a couple.
We'll roll back. Which one to roll back to the fantasy or to roll back to?
No. Let's talk. Let's bring up point number 2. Now, Ferg, I want to introduce this because I want to give the opportunity for you to bask in the glory of what's about to happen. So now, everybody out there, is Tua for real? Okay. So if you ask Jeff, I'm going to say the answer is probably no, because he never believes in his teams, unless it's Miami Hurricanes football. He doesn't believe in his teams. So is Tua for real, throwing for 7.3 thousand yards on Sunday, but supporting not only the number 1 receiver in fantasy football, but the number 1 and the number 2 fantasy receiver.
Yeah, they set him up really well.
They did, but is every week going to be 400 and whatever yards with 17 touchdowns? And it was like, is every week going to be like that?
Honestly,
go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, Lauren. Go give your opinion. I'll go last on this.
Yeah, let's let Lauren go last here.
I like your bold predict. First, I lost my bold prediction, but I see it. I would love nothing more than Tua to take out Josh Allen and shut that man up. But I don't know. They looked good and like spreading the defense like that and having 2 deep guys that go deep. Plus, they're like going back and forth with the running backs. Like they got the run game working, and I feel like they look good. Yeah. And I would love to see them take the AFC.
Okay. So, question: do they have a run game?
No, but it's still like, I feel like you at least have something going so you can switch. It's not like they're, San Francisco.
Yeah. They have Raheem Mostert and Chase Edmonds, right? Yeah. So there's number 1 and number 2. Chase Edmonds proved his worth last year with the Cardinals. Like he was good. Yeah. He was good. Like he was fantasy pick-upable and startable. Right?
He was. I think I traded him.
Raheem Mostert may be the fastest person with a football from the running back position in the NFL. Right? Like when he's healthy, he may be the not most explosive necessarily, but the fastest in open space. And he just can't stay healthy. So do they actually have a running game? So now, Ferg, do they have a running game to start off with?
Fuck no.
Okay. So does that mean Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle are their spread running game?
What I believe has occurred within the last, when was this game? Sunday? So in the last week, I think I think our new coach, Harry Potter, by the way. Let me rewind, because we haven't got a chance to talk about Mike McDaniel. Before I jump into it, let me talk to Mike McDaniel again.
That man's going to get coach of the year if he keeps it up. Maybe. He beats the Bills, that's it.
I need somebody, the way that the other side used to ask for Obama's birth certificate. I need somebody to send me the DNA proof that is a black man. That is damn Harry Potter. It is what it is. But we'll continue on. Yeah. So Harry Potter here wanted to turn Gesicki into George Kittle, make him an inline blocker.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Gesicki blocks basically like me and my 11 and 12.
Sure.
Now, not at all. So I think he abandoned that plan. And once he discovered he couldn't bring that San Fran running game to here, even though you brought half the goddamn 49ers running back room with you.
Yeah, I did.
For sure.
In order for us to win these games, you need to just get the ball to your 2 best players, which are Hill and Waddle.
Jalen Waddle.
I'm not going to say they're going to go for 190, 170, but I could easily see them, Rice and Taylor, going for 100 each game. I don't know if they're going to win. Yeah. But they're going to go for 100 because we're not going to run the ball for more.
So I want to bring up
40 yards.
I want to bring up another point that has nothing to do with offense. Xavier Howard got torched.
That was my next point.
And he's supposed to be one of the best corners in the NFL. He got torched. Now, in all fairness, Lamar Jackson is that guy. But you can't let a quarterback outrun you if you are wanting to be considered one of the best corners in the NFL. You cannot let a quarterback outrun you. I don't care who.
I was going to ask.
So I actually have a question for you about that too.
About how players act personally. I'm gonna save that question for later. But honestly, I believe Xavier Howard is playing possum. He wants out. He got his money or got a little bit of money, but he's still pissed about the fact that Byron Jones gets torched consistently and he makes like $85 million a year. Like every Cowboys fan that we've ever talked to, Byron Jones was a piece of shit. Why is he on the other side? We don't really generate any pass rush, and our linebackers are either really young or really old. Dude. So it's not conceivable. It's not unconceivable that every game Miami plays this year is basically going to turn into a Kansas City
35-30.
Well, let me ask
you 35-30 game.
Yeah.
All right, let me ask you a super sensitive question for this area because my sister Vanna got super angry with me for bringing this up, and I'm not taking away from the Dolphins, but what part of this do you think? I personally see it as Lamar doesn't do the greatest managing the clock. Like he's such in a damn hurry that he gives them the ball right back, and then they don't. Because she was, Vanna and I were talking. I was like, it's not just the defense. Like he needs to run the clock down.
I will not allow us to slander Lamar. Yeah. Because Lamar has put up Lamar won the MVP. Yeah. Lamar got hurt partially last year, but sometimes when you watch enough TV, you steal enough stats. In the last 20 games that the Ravens have played, the Ravens. When you think Ravens, you think Ray Lewis, Syracuse, tough guys. They score 9 points a game, and they're still winning the goddamn game. So these Ravens in the last 20 games over the course of 2.5 seasons now are the worst pass defense in football. Worse than Jacksonville.
He's not helping them if he's going to take off and go 75 yards. They're not running every clock down.
I got off the bus, and I got to 28. We got 28 when I get off the bus. I promise you. All you got to do is hold these dudes to 27. Okay. And they have been unable to do that over the last year and a half.
All right.
Now, last year, injury was last year. But if you thought Howard and Jones looked bad, all you got to do is look at that Baltimore pass defense. That shit was terrible.
So let's say this. So this takes us perfect segue into number 3 on our list of things to talk about is what exactly is Lamar worth? And backup question, what is he going to get? So for all the people that don't know, Lamar is his own agent.
Oh, really? That I did not know.
Good on this dude, right? Okay. Good on him. He went to Louisville, okay? I don't know what kind of education he really got playing football at Louisville, but he seems like a really good dude. His head is on his shoulders the right way. And if he wants to manage if he wants to be the owner of his own fate, why not? Right? People have blasted him. I think, is he going to get as much as Kyler? No. Is he going to get, but he should. Is he going to get as much as Deshaun? No. That's a sensitive subject, but I'd probably say no. You have to think. Deshaun Watson for sure. He's definitely carrying fantasy teams. Deshaun Watson, $230 million. You know what I'm saying? He got $230 million. And that's guaranteed, right? Guaranteed money.
Can I just jump in and say something right quick?
Please do. I'm going
to that last comment from Raz, Lamar is carrying my fantasy team. Now, I just need to know. I just want to put this question out here to all the parents in the world. How my only son there says Lamar is carrying his fantasy team. He's never played fantasy football ever in his life. Yet he had a draft and did not call upon experts to assist him with said draft. He just calls me and says, "Hey, I got a fantasy team. It's got Lamar."
It's good stuff.
Good pick. I totally agree with you too, Rami.
So can I tell you guys something before we move on to our next thing, before we bring Eric on? I have a fantasy league that I'm in that is a super flex league. And for those that don't know what super flex is, you can play a quarterback, a wide receiver, or a running back, or a tight end in your flex position. So obviously, unless you're a complete dumbass, you're playing quarterback, right?
Right, yeah.
So there's this guy in our league, went quarterback, 1-2, got Lamar and Josh Allen.
I want to see. I want to see his wide receiver. Who's his RB1 and wide receiver?
Right. But you have to go.
Because now I'm curious.
That, in a super flex, you got to go. Out of your first 30 picks, got to be quarterback. I'm in one league like that, and I went because quarterbacks were going. I went Mahomes, Brady, Then I was able to go Eckler.
Why would you take Brady
high.
second though?
Because once you start, if you're in this is a 12-team league.
All right.
The first 24 quarterbacks are gone in that first term.
Yeah.
Well, look at
the one person who took.
That's actually something we should talk about
too. We can definitely spend an episode talking about different types of fantasy leagues. That's not a bad idea, actually. All right. So his wide receivers 1 and 2 are AJ Brown and Michael Thomas. He ain't mad.
Jesus.
Right. He has George Kittle. His number 1 and 2 RBs are Barkley and Elliott, so we could definitely use some help there. But he does have J.K. Dobbins on the bench with Chase Edmonds.
Okay, that's not bad.
I mean, he does
where they belong.
That's actually something I wanted to ask you guys too. Actually, was about Tampa Bay.
He's in 5th. As of right now.
You know how you get those little draft grades at the end of the draft, and they say you had an A+ draft. You're gonna finish like 12 and 2. Yeah, the one I got for that, I'm 0-2 in that.
Now I'll tell you, I don't disagree with Tua being overrated. As far as last week goes, because we already talked about this. Is he gonna have 400 passing yards and 9 million touchdowns every week? No, he's not going to do that. But if Jalen Waddle and Tyreek stay healthy, is there a chance that he throws 40 to 45 touchdowns? Yeah, and we're going to have
NFL.
I think this weekend is going to be a good one.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to be able to live with that. All right. So let's do one more thing before we hop on with Eric. What do you want to do?
All right, so we got one last.
Can I throw one out here, guys?
Since
we got the Saints.
Yeah.
Can we please talk about my boy Marshawn Lattimore and Mike Evans? And I watched all the hits, and like he's got some good ones on Marshawn. And Marshawn deserved it this last weekend. He's so
Marshawn owns Mike Evans. That is statistically
yes.
Okay. Now, can you talk shit to Tom Brady and get away with it?
That's and I get it. He deserved it, but it was like it was still funny.
But actually, Brady didn't even start that. That was Arians that started that.
Right.
I guess he got the call from Goodell and them today, like, shut the fuck up, old man. On the sideline, you're not even supposed to be down there, but you're acting like you're the head coach.
I saw Fournette. So I guess if anybody didn't see
it started with Arians on the sideline.
I didn't know Arians. I just saw Fournette. I saw Marshawn getting Brady's face, and I mean Brady's old and white. So then Mike Evans comes flying in and does the thing. And that, I mean, I think it was stupid to suspend him, but
you can't do that. This is not WWE. Not in this climate.
But
not in this climate.
I don't know how Marshawn didn't get suspended.
No, but Mike Evans.
Marshawn got pushed. I was assaulted. I was assaulted.
That was funny to me.
By a 6'7" light skin guy.
I gotta answer. I gotta figure out this email thing. So y'all go ahead and keep talking about that because Marshawn Lattimore, he deserved it. So I agree on all those fronts.
Did.
There's a couple of people you cannot talk shit to quarterback wise in this league. One of them's Tom Brady.
Oh, there you go. That's what okay. Hold on.
Really
back to my bold prediction. Well, Clint's doing that. I am not one of those people. I like totally get irritated when people blame the refs on shit. But I am telling you right now, whatever Tom Brady does for those referees in the locker room, that bitch, Cameron, do you see the hit he throws? They get like a personal foul on
Lauren. He wins. He wins.
And not only does he win, foul call though with Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate lowered his helmet, and that was like it. That was when the Saints defense lost.
He's Captain MAGA.
There's a lot of
yes, he is Captain MAGA.
There's a lot of things that you can do whenever you win 7 Super Bowls, and
but they let Cameron Brate get away with it, and that's what set up the touchdown. And then I was like, the Saints can't get away. That's one of my questions for Eric. I want to talk about Rob.
The only person who's allowed to foul Brady is his wife. That's the only person.
Ooh, I'm sure a lot of us would let her foul us.
That's facts. I mean, let's just all be honest.
Now we're crossing from family show.
Yeah, so it's just Marshawn deserved it. So Eric is on. So what we're gonna do is let's talk about him real quick, so we can introduce him. So Eric and I met through a mutual friend of ours, TJ, who will be on the show at a later date. And Eric went to UNC, and he is a great dude. Like, as I've got to know him in the last couple months, he's a great dude. He's a Pro Bowler, so we'll definitely talk about that.
I drafted him a lot.
second team All-American, and because I think Eric can hear us, Lauren dressed up for you, bro. So we'll talk about that in a few minutes. So let's go ahead and bring him on, Danye. Let's get the guest of the hour on.
Oh my God.
Guys eating.
You are even more handsome on. Oh my God, I can't.
Who sent them the memo about the Modelo though? That whole thing.
Are you serious?
Who sent them the memo about the?
Yeah.
Everyone take a drink for ERIC EBRON being on the show.
Cheers.
What's up,
Thank you. Thank you here.
So a couple of things, man. It's good to see you. It's good to have you on the show.
Good,
man.
Man.
Appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you on Friday.
I'm gonna whoop that ass.
Yeah, sure. So we can talk about that, bro. We can talk about that if we want to. So Eric and I are getting on the golf course with a friend of ours, and we're gonna get out there and have a good time on Friday when he's here for a signing, I think, for the Carolina Notre Dame game. And that is in Chapel Hill this weekend. And of course, Eric is an alum of UNC. And go Heels, baby, go Heels. That's why I'm always representing Eric.
I respect it.
Yeah, and second team All-American, Pro Bowler.
I gave them 199 yards.
Yes, you did.
I mean, is there somebody who's played for Carolina in the last 20 years that hasn't given you 199 yards in the game at minimum?
Yeah,
like 199 yards at the hotel.
Well,
I think Michael Carter just scored again.
Javonte and Michael Carter did that to you, and so did Daz.
I think he just scored again.
So did Diami. They all did it to you, bro. We scored like 1,000 points on y'all.
No, we don't talk about Notre Dame like that.
We got an Irish fan in the cut over here.
Yeah. No.
Lauren is who that? Is that Saints?
Hell yes. Who that say gonna beat them Saints?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Actually, that's one of my questions for you.
Okay, I respect it.
Yeah.
Eric, you are talking to the official president of the Gay and Lesbian New Orleans Saints fan.
That's true. Sure. It's very true.
I need you to recognize the gear for her that she has done for you today. Although it was a payoff of a bet.
It is.
It was just for you. She could have paid off last week, but she was waiting on you.
So Lauren doesn't wear dresses.
No, that's
right.
I don't wear dress clothes.
No, right, exactly. So she lost a bet, and so which required her to wear a dress. And if you heard us backstage, you'll know that she has a gay girl crush on you. And
it's totally true. It's you and LeBron James. That's it.
Okay,
you like my heart.
That's it.
I love it. Thank
and
you.
So this is her dress coming out party to the
yes.
home. So
yes.
And so it is all for you, Ebron. So
I'm thankful.
Just wanted to let you know. All right. So anyway, bro, how is things, man? Tell us a little bit about what's going on with you now, man.
Honestly, just training, man. I came off a really bad knee injury last year, and I'm not even gonna lie, man. I thought about hanging this shit up. Be honest with you. It was my third knee surgery, 2 on my left. This was my first one on my right. And I had so many just problems with trying to get back. Excuse me. Modelo. Excuse me. My flexibility. Comes from the diaphragm. But my flexibility wasn't coming back. It was a lot of things that was bothering me with the rehab. But I ended up pushing through. I ended up dominating it. Of
course.
I ended up feeling really, really good. I could run routes better than I've ever ran routes before. So now it's really about what team wants to just believe in me, and it kind of sucks because this is my first time being in the free agent process where I haven't played in week 1. And it's, I'm an 8-year veteran. They think I'm old. I'm only 29 years old. And it's like, well, when I get the opportunity to prove it, I don't have no sympathy for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in there to dominate, and that's the point blank period. So right now I'm just chilling, hanging out with the family. I got 3 boys. I play golf almost every day. So yeah, I just hang and bang.
Yeah, you got the new baby boy. So tell us how's that going, man?
4 months. Man, he's
big already, bro.
Yeah, bro. He was hard. He was probably the worst one. He was born early. I mean, they all were kind of born early, about 2 weeks early, but he was a NICU baby, and that's kind of tough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They kept him in there for a minute. And then when he came home, he was still super colicky, not sleeping. put my lady through it, and now we're here 4 months, and he's getting a lot better.
Yeah, and you're in Houston, right?
One of those.
Yeah.
He's eating everything up in the kitchen right now.
How old?
He's 12 now, and I sat in that NICU for quite a while with him. Don't worry about that. He will catch up to you. Yeah. Eventually, everybody's like, he's going to be the small one. No, he's going to be the big one.
That's what I think he is, dog. He's huge,
He's huge already, bro.
Oh, my God. Like, we was like, he probably, because he started off like this, and we was like, damn.
Yeah, man.
Oh, his brother's going. Now we look at him, he like, oh, yeah, he probably going to be the biggest one.
Yeah, man. So, while you're, we had this conversation the other day, bro. You know your worth, man. You know what I'm saying? And you're knowing your worth through this whole process, and you got to be commended for that, man, because, you've proven what you can do, bro.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We do have a question for you, man, and it comes up at a great time. What team would you want to play for?
And that's
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I know a team that's missing a few tight ends. They can't get that part together.
The only problem is a lot of these teams, like the Saints, they don't have any money.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Saints paying though. I guess
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Drew Brees retiring takes it's a lot of dead money left. So it's like, a lot of teams would love to have my talent, but at the same time, they don't have no money, and it's hard for me to be like, I'll play for this amount.
No money, no product, no money,
and I'm not worth that, man. So it's like,
no.
I'd rather wait a year. Like Michael Thomas did it. Like, you feel me? Like,
bro,
I'd rather wait.
Jamar Chase did it,
right?
On a different side. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, why would that necessarily be a bad thing, bro? I mean, you're definitely proven. I mean, obviously, you're an 8-year fucking vet, bro. I mean, you've been there, you've done that, you've made Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? You've caught touchdowns. I mean, shit.
More touchdowns than most people's favorite tight ends.
Dude, yeah, man, 30.
I think I drafted you every year in our different fantasy leagues. Every year.
Well, I'll tell you.
That's a good segue. That is a good segue to the question I have.
All right,
one of the questions I got sent to us on the text message was, as a real football player, a legit football player, do real NFL players give a fuck about your
Yes, that was one of my questions too, Eric.
Or do they play?
Drive you nuts?
Or is it just the ones that might be playing, or is it really like, I don't give a fuck?
I think it's speculative. I think it's
tell us. You can
I
tell
think
us.
You draft yourself.
This ain't first take. This ain't.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Just go on and tell us, bro. You can tell us that shit.
Yeah.
I look at it like this. We play fantasy for sure. A lot of us do.
All right.
I'm in like 5 different leagues right now.
Let's go, E.
I'm in usually like 3 to 5 leagues every year.
Let's go.
Love fantasy. I'm a big fan of fantasy.
I just found 16 team member for next year.
Yeah.
Right, we just found our next member for next year for the show league.
I actually want to do when I retire, I want to do like a big trip event like fantasy. Like I saw the shit on YouTube where they was like, they flew out, they got drunk.
Do you hear him, Jeff? Do you hear him? Jeff said no. Jeff said no.
We have a show league that we do, right?
Jeff,
that we started
the man's telling you.
Right. And so we'll talk about that later. And I even text you earlier today. I was like, bro, can you sign somewhere so I can have a good tight end to put on my damn fantasy team?
Yeah.
I don't understand how these teams want to deal with that as a product. Because if you look at every last Super Bowl throughout all the years since Tom was a rookie, everybody had a good tight end.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like, you're not going nowhere if you can't create that mismatch.
Nah.
And it's like,
athletic,
the only problem I had is, I hate to say this, bro. I haven't had a quarterback in 3 years. I know Ben is great, and I know he's a Hall of Famer, bro.
Dude,
I know he's good. But I came in on the end part of Ben.
His career,
you caught the ramen noodle part of Ben.
Yeah.
People won't say it because they love the Steelers, but it is what it is.
I love, and as mind you, I love that organization. I love everything, Mr. Rooney, Mike Tomlin, Ella, everything about him. But we could not get shit done, and it sucked. Mind you, we went 11-0 our first year during COVID. Whatever. I don't even count that. That like the finals that LeBron won in the bubble.
Right.
Like, nobody really count that.
Nobody count that shit in the bubble, bro.
Nobody counted. Not us. Come on, man. I'm a realist now. Y'all asking me to come on the show. I'm a real person, bro.
Hey, dude, so, that's what we do.
Who would you want? Who's like the quarterback that you either really liked playing with or would most want to play? I mean, aside from like Tom Brady, but
man, honestly, I just want a quarterback. Honestly,
so let me ask you,
quarterback in Indianapolis with you. Who's the quarterback?
I had Andrew Luck.
Oh, I love that guy.
Are you kidding?
I had the beat up Luck, the beat up Luck, or the decent Luck.
Luck came in. Look, Luck came in. I ain't gonna hold you just the story.
Look at 2018, Ferg.
I came in 2018, right? I came in, and they like, yeah, Luck gonna be good. Luck gonna be good, bro. Luck was throwing tennis balls, like softball, because he was coming back from the surgery, right? Yeah. And I go, ain't no way he finna be good. Like he throwing nothing that forms to a football. He then as we progressing, he start throwing GSTs like high school footballs. Then he started getting to the. I tell you, when Luck found his stroke, it was over for people.
Oh, I bet it looked like it.
It was the greatest QB performance mentally, physically I've ever seen on display, ever. Yeah. He would call shit. He would call shit mid-game. He was my dog. I sat right here. Luck sat right here in the team meets. He was right in front of me. He would turn around and be like, "E, you saw that? We gonna handle it." I'll be like, "Look, you already know how I am, bro." Like, I just wish every quarterback viewed me the way he did. Like, he would look at me and be like, "You got that right?" I'd be like, "You put the ball in the air."
I absolutely love Andrew Luck.
I got it, bro.
He's like the guy I want to drink a beer with and just hang out. I love that guy.
As we get from the media, as we're fans, we watch TV shows and we hear this quarterback is this quarterback is this quarterback is this. Yeah. Is that the same thing that the players say in the locker room? Like, is it ever really a case where there's a dude that's making $100 million? And then there's a dude that's making 200, but the team knows if that dude ever actually got on the field, we wouldn't be 7-10. Little man.
What's up, little man?
They always make an appearance.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
Always, bro.
Yes. I mean, from college to the pros, you got people, you'd be like, bro, how the fuck you get a scholarship?
Yeah.
Like, they gave you a scholarship to come here and do this? Like, no way, bro. There's no way. Like, even in the league, you'd be like, it's some tight ends making $50 million.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like his stats don't compare to mine. He don't do nothing I've done. He don't have no accolades I have. And I can't even get 10. Yeah. I'd be like, man.
So what is that? Is that you went to the right school? Is it, we keep it honest on our show. Is it to the right color?
Yeah, because look who's making them. Because Joe Flacco made how much and took that entire team.
So I wish we had time.
Who's
the highest paid black tight end? Do you know? I mean,
who's the highest paid black player?
You want me to tell you?
The highest paid black tight end is who?
Jonnu? Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Jonnu got a 4-year, $50 million deal. He made $12 million a year.
You are so cute.
Let me ask you a question.
Let
me ask you a question, E.
The highest paid tight end is George Kittle. He makes 15.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. He makes a lot of money.
15 a year.
Yeah.
Even when Gronk's playing?
Yeah.
Kittle made more than Kelsey.
Kelsey made 14.5.
Well, won't complain for him then.
No, so I mean, he's hurt right now. So E, would you go back? Let's say Gerald Everett or Tyler Higbee got hurt. Would you go back and play with Matt?
Oh yeah.
That's a good question. Yeah.
The only problem I had in Detroit with Stafford was we both were a tad bit immature. I wouldn't say he was immature mentally. He was immature in his game. He was not as developed as he is now. I really think a lot of it has to do with his family and a lot of things that transpire now turn him into a great quarterback.
Yeah.
I think I was young. I got drafted when I was 20. So for me, it was like, I don't give a damn about this playbook.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. So let's
go do what I gotta do.
Let's add a caveat to that. Not only did you get drafted when you were 20, you got drafted number 10 in the first round.
Right.
So that adds a little bit more.
Right. Because he couldn't shake that Greensboro Smith shit off of him.
I couldn't.
That's that Benel Smith shit he couldn't shake off of him.
I was who I was. It wasn't nobody changing that. And when I got to the league, I was
shout out to Benel Smith.
Shout out to Benel, man. When y'all go retire my jersey, let me know. But
so Ferg is from Reidsville, right? And so the commish who might pop on dirty. Yeah, so dude, and the commish that might pop on a little bit is from Reidsville as well, and they're Reidsville Rams to the death, bro, to the death, right?
Oh shit!
It's only like 11 years old.
I mean, we only do have 22 state championships since then, but that's all right.
That's cool. It's all right. That's cool.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
I understand.
All right.
The dude plays in the league. This dude got drafted at 20, so think about the fact that he was like 16, 17 playing against dudes from Reidsville at that size.
So I got to ask you a question from my best friend here.
But yeah, he was that size.
I was that man. Yes, ma'am, Lori. Yes,
so my best friend asked me yesterday, she's like, is Eric a firefighter yet? And I was like, I don't think so.
Yes.
Is that still the goal?
Oh my gosh. I'm not sure I want to say I want to be a firefighter. I love what they do. I think firefighters are like the hidden locker room of the let's say the what do they do? The rescue field, all of it. I mean, that police, EMS, firefighters. I think they're the locker room of that. They have barbecues, they hang out, they share rooms. They're pretty much a band of brothers. So that's what I honestly think the police force needs to do. They need to have these people understand what it's like to look after one another, because one firefighter can't go into a burning building and save a bunch of people. You need a team, you need communication, you need all of that. And I feel like they're the special unit that no one really gives the amount of attention to. Dude, these dudes go into fire while other people are trying to run out. Think about that. Man, I love him, bro. I love him. My uncle's one. I think I got 2 uncles that are firefighters, and man, anything I could do for them, I'm
Houston would be an interesting place to start off as a firefighter. You might want to start off in Porter or Humble or somewhere like that.
Seriously. I mean, they ain't got no firefighter. They ain't got no firefighting tight ends running around.
Nah, bro. You ain't got no 6'5",
I'm just saying,
250-pound guys.
Tommy Trimble and Ian Thomas ain't looking real first responders down here down the street.
Let me be honest with you, bro. We hit them up. We hit Carolina up, and we were like, why not bring a hometown hero home? Excuse me, why wouldn't you do that? First of all, I'm going to sell you tickets.
Yep.
Because everybody's going to want to come see me play.
And they need you.
And y'all need me. So they said no.
Wow.
Would you really want Baker thrown to you though right now?
Baker's my dog.
Is he really?
I love who Baker is outside of football.
I love his commercials.
His commercials are amazing.
I can help Baker. I know I can help Baker. I've always had a plan to help Baker. But no one's ever man. So
you gotta ask Skip Bayless on this one,
man.
Right.
I don't get it.
Tomorrow morning, if I hear Skip Bayless say ERIC EBRON said Baker Mayfield's the best quarterback in football, I'll know that somebody's been watching our show. Somebody's been watching. I hear that tomorrow morning.
Look, so he's throwing to Ian Thomas now. I mean, really, come on. All right, so
Ian Thomas got a 3-year, $30 million deal.
I'm aware. Yeah, I get it, bro. I'm Team Ebron here, bro. You ain't got.
Yeah, no, you're.
Tell me. So I'm Team Ebron here.
I ain't made $30 million in 8 years.
Right now,
Matt Rule, pay this man.
Yeah, pay this man.
Pay this man, Matt Rule.
So let's talk about something real quick, man. I mean, look, we got to talk about it, bro. I mean, we got some Tar Heel love in here. So Ferg, I want to preface this conversation by Ferg is a diehard Carolina basketball fan.
Okay.
He is a diehard Hurricanes football fan.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Lauren, you don't have any really college allegiances, right?
No, I grew up in Annapolis, and Navy doesn't really count.
Okay. So Eric and I share the same blood here. Like, I'm a diehard Tar Heel. He's a diehard Tar Heel. He gives to the university. The fucking locker room, like the tight end room, was named after him last year at a game, and that was fucking awesome, bro. So congratulations on that, by the way. Like, what was your experience like at Carolina, man? I mean, I know that you went through an interesting time at UNC.
Yeah.
So tell me about it.
Oh, man. I'm from Benel Smith, right? So I remember we lost our playoff game, and people in the locker room was crying. I'm like, I'm going to Chapel Hill. Like, y'all talking about, like, I'm out. Like, I go to Chapel Hill tomorrow. Like, I gotta go. So I go to Chapel Hill, man, and all I could remember was I am by myself. Yeah. I don't got no mama telling me nothing. I ain't got no brothers telling me nothing. I ain't got no nothing. So in my mind, all I wanted to do was hang and bang. So I just wanted to play video games.
Sounds like a sound plan.
Talk to the shawties. Yep. And I'm kind of introverted for real. I got a dope personality, but I really don't like people like that.
You're an ambivert.
So is that what it is?
That's completely understandable.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, it's a mix between the two.
Humans.
Okay. I never knew that. I learned that today. I'm that. Okay, so I never really hung out with a lot of people. I really stayed to myself, but I had my little cliques, that I banged with.
So let's get this straight. You were the typical high school boy. Okay, continue.
Typical. Yeah. So
typical high school superstar.
Yeah. Oh, well.
That's a different level of boy, but we don't want to.
We don't know about that. So
we don't want to talk about nobody's mama from Benning Smith. There might know somebody that we know, so we'll leave that alone. But that's a whole nother level. We need to preface that.
Yeah,
that's a different level.
So man, so I going to class was never my thing. I didn't even go to class in high school, so I wasn't gonna go to class in college. I just simply wanted to play football and play video games. Like that was it for me. Like one of the two was gonna make me famous. Like it was no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Madden champ.
I was Call of Duty all day.
Call of Duty, that's right. I remember that.
Esports.
So we end up I hate that. Like there we go. So we end up I end up failing 3 out of my 4 classes. Freshman year. They bring me to the office and they're like, "What are you doing?" I go, "Nothing." I'm doing nothing. I was like, "Bro, I didn't come here to do school." They like, "But they're gonna kick you out." So my coach was like, "Man, we can't. Hey, be quiet, bro." So my coach was like, "Bro, we cannot get you kicked out of this school. So we got to do whatever we can to get you to be eligible." So I had to fucking grind.
Yeah.
While some people were taking 3 classes, I was taking 5. When they was taking 1 class in the summer, I was taking 2. Shit. So I had to do everything to remain eligible. So that kind of changed my mindset to like, okay, if I got to do this off the field, then I got to do this on the field too, right? So that kind of forced me to become like a badass. Like I had to just grind the rest of my way. I started cutting out friends. I stopped hanging and banging. I was like, "Look, if I'm going to make it, football, school, I'm out of here. I don't want to be here no longer. I hate this shit. I'm gone."
Yep.
So 3 years, I was out of there.
3 years, That's second awesome. Team All-American, first team All-ACC, and the number 10 draft pick in the first round. I mean, I don't think you did bad for yourself.
I don't think I did either. You want to hear another funny story? Since I fool with y'all. So TJ be my witness. We get to freshman orientation, right? And they like, "How many people want to go to college for 4 years and then go to the NFL and make tons of money?" Everybody's like, "Ah." I was like, I got me fucked up. She was like, well, what do you want to do? I go, bro, I'm out of here in 3 years.
3 years.
She started laughing. I was like, you really think that you can do that?
Yes.
I go, I'm out of here in
Peace.
3 years.
Yeah.
Straight to her face.
Yeah.
She had called me up to the office my 3rd year. Goes, you really did that? I go, yeah. Peace.
I done told you.
I've had enough. Yeah.
Oh,
like I thought you knew. Well, and you had a very successful career at Carolina, man. I mean, you had what 8? It says 1805 and 8 in those 3 years as a tight end, bro. Now
the only reason why I didn't have more touchdowns is because we had Quinshawn Davis.
I know.
Quinshawn broke the tight end. He broke the wide receiver record for touchdowns. It was like, all we do is throw it to him. I'm like, I get all the yards, get us to the freaking goal line, and y'all throw it to him.
Yep.
That sucks.
Yeah, man. So mad.
All right, so what do you? I got a quick question, kind of divert. What do you think about the tight end class this year with Carolina? So Bryson Nesbitt and Kamari Morales.
Yeah. Everybody keep trying to say, buddy, like me.
Morales. So I'll say this because I'm a season ticket holder, right? I'm a diehard fan, right? Yeah. So
I'll be at the game Saturday.
I would say a couple of things. Number one, I think he's almost as tall as you, or right at 6'4".
Yeah, like, I know him. I know him really well. Yeah,
and I think he is slower than you, and his footwork isn't as good as yours. So that's what I think.
I don't think there'll ever be another tight end that comes.
That boy trash.
I don't
boy trash. We was at the game. That boy's trash. That boy's trash.
I think
it's just trash of the week.
I think my era was like this. I think from my position at that time, I think I completely revolutionized what people saw as tight ends.
Dude, you had 1,000 yards.
I could talk to. I had 973. 89. Give me that. Give me my 89.
973, bro. Like you had 1,000 yards, bro.
Bro, I got people that come out the draft to this day, like Kyle Pitts. When he was at Florida, we would talk every day, and he'd be like, "Bro, I model my entire game after you." Go to like whatever event where we host like a bunch of tight ends, and they like, "Bro, that's Ebron." And I'm not tooting my own horn; it just showed what I did for the game of college football.
Well, like, let's say this, man. You got 3 contracts in the NFL, man.
True.
Okay, so 3 contracts in the NFL is a lot for running backs.
Yeah.
And you got it as a tight end. So if there's anybody that wants to dispute what you've done or how you've done it, then they can just look at the stats, bro. I mean, you made a fucking Pro Bowl. You have 33 touchdowns in the NFL. You were a second team All-American, first team All-ACC, whatever, bro. Like, let the haters hate, bro. Haters. I mean, people hate winners, man.
For sure.
I mean, so
people think LeBron sucks.
People, like, what the fuck? Get out of my face with that damn shit, right? We don't even need to talk about that.
Go ahead, Jeff.
He ain't Mike. He ain't Mike, but.
All right. So my last question that I have for you is, tell me, man, what the fuck was that Pro Bowl experience like, bro?
Man.
I want you to tell me from here. Like when you got the call, bro, to when you went to Hawaii.
So there was no call. The lady came up to me and was like, "Hey, I want you to know you made the Pro Bowl." I was like, "What?"
Just some random support staff lady or something?
yeah. Like our media lady. She goes, I think her name was Amber. She said, "Hey, you know you made the Pro Bowl, right?" I was like, "Word." She was like, "Yeah, they're gonna announce it on Friday. They're gonna have a video." Whatever. So I'm sitting at the crib with my homies, and I'm like, So it was like AFC starting tight end for the Indianapolis Colts Pro Bowler. I was like, yo,
that's awesome.
I was like, I fucking did it. Like, you got to think, I came from Detroit, bro. 4 years. Everybody hated me. They expected me to be something that I wasn't. Like, I'm yet to see a person go to Detroit and become what they, supposed to be. and not hating. I just think that that program just needs a little bit better leadership. I love the city.
I do like Campbell.
Dan Campbell's
like Campbell though.
I like him.
I do like Dan. I love Dan.
I like Dan.
Yeah,
I love Dan.
Let's be honest, bro. You shouldn't be behind Brandon Pettigrew.
Listen, man.
All right.
I got drafted 10th overall to be the fourth option.
And when I was reading some shit earlier, and they were like, yeah, he was second string tight end behind Jack Doyle. I was like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, I can't even talk. Like I can't even have
everybody hated on me, bro. I've been hated on for a minute. But it's whatever.
This is a good question with what you just said though. So as a first round draft pick, and other players recognize this dude's a dog, he's just here because he makes a lot of money. How do you balance that, or how does the locker room balance that when there's a dude that's the next coming, the next Ebron, the next Pitts, and then you get there and you're like the fourth or fifth option by coaching design, but the rest of ESPN and stuff say, well, this guy might be a bust. Hey, they took him 10. This dude only has X amount of catches, or he only has X amount of touchdowns.
20 catches my first year.
You know what I'm saying? So how does that play in the locker room or with players? Do they care? Do the players say, that's the coach, fuck him?
Mind you, I think they did that on purpose.
Okay.
So I get there, and the coach is like, hey, sit right here and watch. Pretty much, like, just watch. And I'm like, okay. I don't know what the fuck going on. I'm like, okay. So, we got Megatron. We got Megatron.
I mean,
we just signed Golden Tate to like this multi-million dollar deal.
$1 billion, right? Yeah.
We got Reggie Bush.
Yes.
They re-signed Brandon Pettigrew, and then they draft me.
Bruh.
You got all these people making all this money, and then you throw me in there.
Yep.
And it was like,
look, you should never be behind those people.
Y'all should have let me go to another team. Like, y'all did not need a tight end. Y'all didn't. So why the y'all draft me? I've never understood that. Y'all, I wish they would have got OBJ. So that they could have complained about how he never paid up, because he would have had to sit behind Brandon Megatron. They would have had to sit behind Golden Tate. I wish they would have got Aaron Donald.
Goal that you just said that OBJ name.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is fucking gold.
I'm so serious. Like this, I'm so
right
serious.
now.
I wish they would have got Aaron Donald. So they would have sat behind. He would have sat behind the
man's face in the corner.
He's gonna have a stroke.
He would have sat behind the Dominican too. He would have sat behind Nick Fairley. He would have sat behind all these people that they had already paid. And I'm like, y'all don't understand. Whoever went there, they already had people in those positions.
Yeah, man.
So everybody's like, yeah, we could have had this person. We could have had this person. Yes, y'all should have took them and left me the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, so as a player,
so you don't get choice.
I'm that dude. You should be playing me. Or do you already know, like when the coach said, sit down here, you're fucked.
I already knew what it was.
You're fucked for the year. We don't see that on the ESPN.
I didn't get plays designed for me. They didn't. First of all, they didn't even help me pick up the offense. It was kind of like, go ahead. You should know this. And then I had a hating ass tight end. I ain't gonna mention his name. I had a hating ass tight end. He was like, I used to be like, hey bro, can you help me out? He was like, yeah, bro, in this play, run a flat. I run a flat. I'm running damn near into the other receiver. I go, he told me the wrong shit. Bruh. So then I was like, oh, okay, I see how we doing this. Cool. Like, I'm not dumb. So my rookie year was the biggest wake up experience of my life.
Yeah, I bet.
It was like, okay, I can't trust people. I gotta do this on my own. I gotta figure this shit out. Well, and that's when I changed that shit around.
So let me introduce. So the commish here, Mr. Merrill Holloway. He's our resident Giants fan. So I will tell you, he's also the biggest.
I'm a Giants fan.
He's the biggest OBJ hater you will find. He is also the reason he lowered his head when you say you wish that they would have drafted OBJ, because so does he.
So he wouldn't have had to talk about it for the last 5 years.
Man.
So what's up, commish? What's going on?
Yo, that's cool, man. Thanks for joining and being with us today, man. Well, as a Giants fan, so I want to ask you this. So, like you've seen the formula that the Giants have for winning championships, right?
Right.
It's good offensive line, good defensive line, so you just got 4 rushing and you can like put everybody out in coverage.
Yeah.
And then we run the ball, and then it's a timely throw.
Yes.
You know, when we drafted Odell Beckham, that model changed to let's just throw it up to him and he's gonna get 1,500 yards. Yeah. And you saw what happened when we started that. We started losing. Okay. And I just didn't think he was a winning player, man. I mean, like, not for what we do. Like, he's good for, you know, maybe the Rams, or he could go play somewhere else where they just like they throw it around. That's not Giants football. Giants football is 3 clouds, you know, 3 yards in a cloud of dust, man. So I was glad he was gone, bro. I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait.
I think what OBJ did was monumental, performance-wise, but I do believe that OBJ could have done even more somewhere else, because Eli Manning is not that quarterback that's going to throw that thing 40, 50 times a game. Like, that's why they had the running system. Yeah, he got 2 rings, but he can't.
See,
Eli.
That's the
Eli
problem when we talk about the OBJ.
Eli was a man. I love Eli. I watched Eli since I was a kid, but Eli was not diming that thing 40 yards like he was. Like he was Josh Allen,
overrated quarterback in football ever, football history.
Yeah, he may be
overrated.
I'm asking.
No. I read this article. He had 2 good years. I mean, he had 2
and I'm
years.
looking at these interception numbers. I'm looking at these completion numbers. Well, but because he has the 2 Tom Brady rings, is he the most overrated quarterback?
No, we love Eli. Eli took a wild card team to the Super Bowl and beat Tom Brady. Nothing else.
Oh man, that was hard. That was hard.
Is it because he beat Tom Brady?
Twice.
If it wasn't for Eli Manning and Peyton Manning, Tom Brady would have 3 more rings. Think about that.
Yeah.
Eric, what if Plaxico doesn't shoot himself in the leg? That's a 3rd one.
Now we revisionists.
They were 12-3, bro.
Plaxico.
Look.
That man right there said he played on the team. He played on the team that was 11-0, and they didn't win it. So that 12-3 in the regular season means nothing.
That 11-0, that Pittsburgh 11-0 was a little shaky though.
He confessed it to be shaky before you got it. He
said
it was like your boy in the bubble.
RG3 beat Andrew Luck out for Rookie of the Year.
Indeed.
That's right.
RG3 was not in Washington where they could not take care of a pencil. Yeah, they couldn't keep a pencil sharp in there.
Talk to TJ about that.
He would have been one of the most dominant quarterbacks in the league.
He'd been like Lamar.
So what his daddy say is true. So his daddy says he went to the owners or the GM or whatever, and y'all don't want my running, basically just call it my running black quarterback.
Didn't he tear his ACL though too?
He tore
because he couldn't slide.
Yeah.
He didn't
slide. You didn't have to run him into the ground.
Yeah.
They ran RG3 into the ground. Now, mind you, RG3 struck out like Lamar. Like them 78, RG3 used to do that on a regular.
Yeah.
Like I'll be trying to get people to understand. RG3 was the man, bro. He could throw. He was a problem. He was a problem.
He was a problem.
Where is he now? Is he still backing up for somebody?
No,
he works for ESPN.
He was with the Ravens for last year, wasn't he?
But he was
2 years ago. He was with the Ravens.
Yeah,
2 years ago. He's smaller than Lamar though, like stature wise. He's skinnier than Lamar is, right? So
let's ask Eric the question. We don't want to get in people's pockets, but he's an NFL player. So let's ask the question we asked at the beginning. Mm-hmm. What is Lamar worth versus
whatever Deshaun Watson got,
or more?
Is it more?
Or more?
But what is he going to get?
He got 250 guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Lamar should at least get 300.
Lamar's going to get 300. No, not what he's going to get. What should he? What is he going
to get? 300.
He's his
own
someone
agent. Who's currently fighting with teams and getting bullshit offers.
The boy like 24 years old.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Like.
Look, I'm with you there. But
look at his first 2 games.
He just
lost to Miami and gave them 400 yards himself.
Yeah, perfect rating. Yep.
Dude, he
ran for almost 200 yards and he threw for almost 300.
That's because he doesn't have a running game because his back is hurt.
So he is the running. He is the running game.
I'm the running game.
What did Aaron Rodgers end up making?
So, but I'm not of the crowd that you should be like, I'm not gonna pay the dude because he runs.
I like loathe Aaron Rodgers.
I want you to get your money, your bag, but can you give a dude $300 million guaranteed when you know he's sitting in the pocket looking for the hat? He's out getting hunted down like a wolf. 300 guaranteed.
Lamar don't take hits.
Nah.
Lamar slide out of bounds. He'll step out of it, and I'm out of bounds.
All right, so let's ask a question we talked about earlier in the show, and it's great that Merrill is here for this. So what is Lamar's game managing skills?
Impossible.
Time management or game clock.
If you talk about trying to stop him, you talk about trying to stop him, or
no? Look, he's like game managing, as far as time, like Lauren was talking
better
about.
Than Russell Wilson.
That.
I don't know if that's his fault or not. So
I think Lamar does a great job. Mind you, I just played against him 4 times, 2 years.
Yeah.
I think Lamar is everything as advertised.
He's special, bro.
Oh my
God. What is that game like, the Ravens-Steelers game? I live 15 minutes from M&T Stadium.
I don't know. They ran man coverage. I used to tear they ass up. Man coverage, bro.
Is it as angry as they make it seem like you guys hate each other?
Yes.
Is it?
Dude, Ravens awesome. Pass D been shittier longer than
Listen, they run man coverage. My body, my frame of mind was designed for man coverage. So I look at them and be like, yes,
let's go.
Yeah, every time I saw them on the schedule, I'm like, yes, I'm getting a touchdown. I'm going for about 80 yards. They ain't gonna stop me. I don't care.
So the Ravens really hate the Steelers. This is not some manufactured overhypeness that we get every time they play.
From warm-ups, I was standing over there looking at them because I'm new. Most always say, "Fuck you looking at?" I'm like, "Ooh, okay, yeah."
Wait, he said that to you, Ray?
Then his homeboy Marcus Peters said, "No, we're just handling this on the field. We ain't doing that right now." I said, "Y'all ain't handling nothing, homeboy." I was like, "All y'all go get it on my mama." I love.
You say some shit like that around Ray Lewis, bro.
On my mama, bro. None of them phase me, bro. Ray could have been out there. I ain't scared of none of them,
bro.
Do dudes really talk shit like that during the game, like the whole entire game, like a street basketball game?
Let me tell you what used to be. Oh my god.
Yeah, because it looks like you guys are always talking shit, but is that really?
But you can't really tell. I think y'all are trading stock tips.
This used to piss me off with Ben, bro. Only way I know how to lock into a football game is by talking. You have to trigger my competitiveness, and once you do, I'm locked in. Ben used to be like, "Hey, Ebron, they gotta hit me, right?" I used to be like, man, what?
bro.
You got 5-6 people protecting you. What is you afraid of?
Yeah, man.
Were they really protecting him?
Yeah, no. For a little while.
That's my fault. That's his fault. See, y'all choose all these draft picks.
That man said I'm a pass catcher. I ain't no fucking inline blocker. I ain't no goddamn blocker.
Right.
All right, so
get the ball out.
Eric, man, look, I want to be respectful of your time and shit, man. You've already been with us for 45 minutes, but I do want to talk to you about one more thing, man. We got a Thursday night football game ahead of us, and I need your opinion on what's on the happenings.
You can't stop the run, bro.
Yeah, no, I mean, so look, y'all don't score points because I won't talk bad about other.
It ain't got nothing to do with Mitch.
Okay, all right. So I think a lot of it has to do with offensive line. I wanted your opinion.
It ain't got nothing to do with the offensive line.
All right. So what you got?
Yeah, I'm curious now.
I ain't telling you. I'm not gonna.
He got the secret sauce.
Y'all have to I've been there.
Yeah, that's why I wanted your opinion.
Somebody has to call plays.
Yeah.
I'm leaving
Who's calling plays in Pittsburgh right now? I don't even know. I honestly don't know.
That's the question I want to ask you, Eric. So I got a friend of mine who's a Pittsburgh fan, and he's all about Tomlin this, Tomlin that. I feel like, was Tomlin just kind of like a placeholder, kind of like a symbol?
He's
no power.
Don't say what you really want to say.
He has some juice.
He run everything.
Mike run everything. Okay.
Everything.
Okay. I thought they just had him out there being.
He really this.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
he really did.
Like,
okay.
Black,
See, I wasn't sure. Okay.
See, I felt like he was when he dropped them black Air Force Ones the other day in the locker room. I was like, that's some inner this right here that you have to know about to drop that right now.
How come he can't pick his own staff though?
Uh-oh.
I think that's where he was going with
his kids.
Everybody else gets to pick their staff.
I think that's where he was going with the whole thing.
Malcolm X has finally made it to the chat, folks. Go ahead. Tell Malcolm why Mike Tomlin can't pick his staff.
It's not Mitch. The conservative player is not Mitch. Mitch has never been a conservative thrower. Mitch used to bomb that bitch at Carolina.
I recall. I mean, dude, he was the most accurate quarterback to ever play at Carolina.
Anything that's downfield, Mitch hitting that bread basket.
That dirty's the word accurate.
No, stop.
I digress.
Stop.
Mitch had a 75% completion rate, bro.
Yep.
I'm just saying. I'm not knocking his Chapel Hill days. He did what he had to do to hustle the system. That's awesome. I give it to him.
To hustle the system.
As another Tar Heel is fond of saying, ball don't lie.
No, I get it.
Ball don't lie.
I get it.
As I'm leaving it there when it comes to this.
It's no way you got Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool, Pat Fryman, and you not throwing the ball downfield.
And Najee.
Yeah.
But shouldn't you just be turning around?
We don't have an O-line for Najee, man.
I know. That's what I'm
saying. They need to understand that, bro. That's the only thing I don't get. We ain't had an O-line in Pittsburgh since I mean, Pouncey and them was great. I'm not gonna lie. Pouncey and them held it down. Yeah. Last year, we couldn't block. Man, everybody was Casper. They was running right through our O-line.
That's why Najee had like 80 catches, bro. He was good for fantasy, man.
Can we slide one fantasy question in here, because we do talk a lot of fantasy, but we've been talking real football all day today. Yeah. As a football player, you're playing fantasy. You've already told us you play in several leagues. Do you look at like the projections and stuff for players, and they say, hey, this guy's going to get 17, this guy's going to get 18, but you've already talked to whoever you know around the league, and you know, for example, Julio's only going to get 2 catches because Russell Gage is going to get 11 targets. Do you win your leagues like that because you have information?
Do you really? Listen, Eric. You gotta help me. I got so much student loan debt. You gotta start giving me some DraftKings lineups and stuff, because that's what I need.
I got you, man. I look at matchups. I'm gonna be honest with you. I look at it like this. Okay, playing the Saints, right? You know, Marshawn and Mike Evans gonna get into it.
Right.
Marshawn had Mike Evans number forever. So if Julio healthy, you know he gonna expose the number 2 DB. He gonna have to, right? So it's like, okay, well, Godwin hurt, so you know it got to be Julio time, but Julio was hurt too. So I look at it like this: when it was Justin Jefferson the first week, I was like, I look at the defense, they do defense coordinator. I go, oh, he a zone DB. Jair Alexander ain't follow him around. He now playing Richard Sherman role. You know what I'm saying? So
worst defense.
Justin Jefferson go nuts. But now I'm like, oh, he playing Darius Slay. Darius Slay can match up toe to toe with whoever the hell it is out there. It don't matter. He been doing it since none, right? So I'm like, damn.
Best coverage corner in football. Darius Slay.
I'm talking toe to toe. He don't need no help. He don't ask for no help. He'll tell you straight up. He go, man, I just want my one-on-one. Just leave me on that side.
Leave me alone.
Just leave me on that side. Like that's
all right. So you said you're in 5 leagues. What I want before we let you part from us, I want your number 1 team starting lineup. What you got?
At quarterback, I got Josh Allen.
All right.
Let me tell you my winning teams. I got Josh Allen. I don't know how I got this team. I got Josh Allen. I got Nick Chubb. I got James Conner. I got Justin Jefferson. Ooh. I got Mike Evans. I got tight end. I got Buffalo defense. My tight end is Dallas Goedert.
Sure, yeah.
And my flex is Hunter Renfrow. He killing me right now.
Well, yeah.
I thought Hunter Renfrow was going to be the flex of the year.
He will be, man.
It's still early. It's still early.
He will.
Like, you got fucking what's his name at tight end?
Darren
Waller.
Darren Waller.
You got Devontae Adams. I'm like Hunter Renfrow. You got to win 1-on-1. Like they got to guard everybody else.
Don't say that because I just traded Burrow DK Metcalf for Hunter Renfrow because I got a feeling about Hunter. I got a feeling about Hunter.
Oh, jeez.
I was not going DK this year with Geno Smith.
No, I didn't want to.
That is surprising. Seattle and Denver, like, and also the Jets last weekend.
Going on. Russ, my man, but
that upsets me because I really like Russ.
Yeah,
I'm excited for him.
Want to add. Yeah, we need to ask questions about Russell Wilson.
Yeah, what's going on?
I blame Hackett, bro.
I blame Sierra.
I blame the new system.
That's what I'm saying.
I believe
Hackett's an idiot.
Yeah, somebody got to change.
He's not washed up.
That's not Russ's game.
Well, not like that. Look how many weapons they have, bro. They got Javonte and Melvin Gordon. You
got Jerry Judy.
Jerry Judy.
You got
Sutton.
Portland Sutton. Yep.
And they still got that other big receiver.
They got the tight end whose name I'm not going to be able to say.
Patrick.
So
yeah.
Patrick got ACL.
You know what? I want your.
I'm not gonna lie, they need a tight end.
I want your question. I want your opinion on this, bro. The number one fantasy football show podcast wise in the country is called the Fantasy Footballers.
Is this one?
Okay.
Yeah.
So like statistically speaking, they're the best. Like they give out the best advice. They talk about all the things. And so they say that Tim Patrick isn't as good because his name is Tim Patrick. So they renamed him Fireball Jones. Like, because they just said his name wasn't exciting enough. So do you, like,
go put that back.
Whenever you play fantasy, man, what do you look for whenever you're drafting?
I look for, first of all, I look for trying not to get too many players with the same bye week. Like,
of course,
that kills you, right?
Yeah.
And then I honestly look for who got the favorable matchups that year. Like Dallas Goedert playing the NFC East. Like he gon' go crazy. Can't nobody guarding the NFC East. Not no tight end. Like nobody can. So Dallas Goedert now his first starting role. He got to go crazy, right? Yeah. Justin Jefferson playing the NFC North.
I mean,
they can't guard nobody in the receiver in the NFC North. Gotta go Justin Jefferson. And then for quarterback, I picked Josh Allen up early. Josh Allen got more weapons than the USSRs. I'm like, I gotta go with Josh Allen.
You're too young to get that reference, bro. You're too young to even spit that shit, man.
That man said, "Don't you fade on the Guilford County school system." You know
about the USSR.
Hey, look.
Tell us your Super Bowl prediction.
I think
early with Super
Bowl. If Buffalo and Miami going to decide who go to the Super Bowl.
Yes, I agree with that. This weekend's going to be awesome.
I ain't going to say nothing else.
Miami right now look like, oh my God. I mean, Tyreek Hill had one catch, third quarter. That motherfucker had 150 yards. That's it. If he could do that like that.
All right, so let's be honest, E. Can Tua do that? Not can Tyreek do that. We know Tyreek can do that. Can Tua do that?
72% completion rate?
Yeah,
can he do that all year?
450 yards?
Can he do that all year?
He can throw a slant to either one of him, and both of the receivers going to take it to the crib. I could throw a slant.
And you're also better than Mike Gesicki. So,
But like I said, sometimes we get skewed in the numbers. Eric's a real player, so he knows about these numbers. But we watch Patrick, we watch Tua, we watch Patrick and Tyreek together. It's like, oh, bomb. Then you look at Tyreek's stats. He had 109 catches, 75 of them within 10 yards of the damn line of scrimmage. That's the same exact thing that Tua does. So he wasn't lying or gassing or hating on Patrick when he said, hey, this man's the most accurate for what we ask him to do. Throw the ball 0 to 20 yards and take the occasional date shot.
He threw that ball 60 yards in the air to Tyreek.
He did.
Yeah,
that was beautiful. That was a beautiful.
With a running start, he jumped in the air when he threw it.
I don't think that sometimes even if you're playing quarterback with Tyreek, you realize how fast he is. So you'd be like, damn, this dude's he's 50 yards down the field, and I haven't even wound up yet. Yeah. So now I got to give it all and hope it gets there.
I mean, but couldn't teams play Miami like the Chargers played the Chiefs?
But if you played them like that,
the Chargers
you would actually
defense,
allow those running backs to actually run.
Think about the Chargers defense.
They're not.
They got J.C. Jackson at corner. They got Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa charging at your quarterback.
Derwin James.
They got Derwin lurking everywhere around the football field.
That's safety in football.
You don't need nobody. You don't need nobody. You can have the worst linebackers in football, and they can make up for it.
So
why do the Chargers do Charger things?
Because
why do certain teams that we talk as a football player every year we anoint these teams?
I think if Justin Herbert don't get hurt. Justin Herbert stay healthy because I know his ribs messed up. He MVP this year.
I don't disagree with that.
But he's 16 and 19 in his career. Yeah, I mean, I don't get it
because he plays for the Chargers, man.
But he has a bunch of stats.
Tua has a better winning percentage than him.
He's Ken O'Brien. You know what I mean? I mean, like that's telling my age, but he's Ken O'Brien. He's gonna have a bunch of stats and never win anything.
I feel you.
Well, okay, so let me tell you, man. You'll hear this on Friday when TJ and I talk about this. We classify greens on the golf course a certain way. We classify them as Usain Bolt, Tyreek Hill, or Vincent Wilfork. Right?
Okay.
Big Vince.
So that's how we classify these greens. The ones we're playing on Friday are Tyreek Hill, bro. So just FYI.
So is that faster than Usain Bolt?
It's slower than Usain Bolt. Come on now. Usain Bolt.
Pick Cleveland to win tomorrow night, though?
That's the last question I was going to ask. So, what is your prediction for tomorrow night? Being involved in this Steelers Browns fiasco, what is that like? First of all, and what do you think is going to happen tomorrow night?
We can't stop the run.
Yeah. So you think it's Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt all day long?
All night.
Yeah.
It ain't
That is my jam. That is my jam.
I got Nick Chubb as a running back. Go crazy.
I got
Kareem. I'm gonna start putting Kareem Hunt and stuff.
I don't think I can watch that.
Nick Chubb
it's the fucking NFL.
They finna run. Look, I'm gonna tell you what they finna run. They finna run that stretch play. They gonna pull that fucking all pro guard. Nick Chubb gonna go like this. He gonna out of there. You heard it.
That's what you just hope happens, bro. That's what you hope happens.
You heard it here for.
That's what's going to happen.
I've seen it happen. I've seen that man hit the sideline and be like, "Damn, Nick Chubb that fast."
He's seen it.
He's fast, bro.
He's seen it.
He's fast, bro.
And I ain't got no cataract. These work.
These work.
Okay, so we can't leave without giving our weekly awards. We have to give out our ass awards.
Give your ass awards.
This is Ferg's
thing. We gotta have out the ass awards. We're gonna give Ebron a vote. Let's give Eric a vote for this week. Real football or fantasy football?
Ass award.
Who was the piece of shit ass this week?
Let's go fantasy, E, so you don't hurt nobody's feelings.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Y'all really want my opinion?
Absolutely, bro.
I'm going tight end because I stick with the position. I think Cole Kmet.
Oh,
yeah. Bro. Yeah, big old.
All right,
Cole got to figure this shit out.
All right, so are you blaming that on Cole or Justin Fields?
Baby.
Because he has 28 pass attempts through 2 games, bro. 28.
First of all,
do we count game 1?
If you got a bad system, your tight end should always get the most targets. He's the closest person to you.
Yep.
So you need an OC job.
It's either he's not getting open.
Yeah.
Or he's not creating a right around a separation, or they don't got no faith in him.
So he's dropping.
I think he's posted 0 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, he's dropping.
Every Bears skills player is droppable except Montgomery.
Yeah,
every Bears skill player is droppable except
I don't disagree with that. I think Montgomery's borderline.
I like that other St. Brown. Equanimous.
Equanimous.
Yes.
Is he the older or the little? I don't know if he's
older.
The Notre Dame St. Brown, not the USC St. Brown. Because Amon-Ra is that fucking dude, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Merle, who's your ass pick?
I won our league of record, which we'll talk about, I guess, when we let Eric go. But I won our league of record because of Amon-Ra. So, I mean, I'm not even mad at that. So, I don't know, bro. Like, I could go a lot of ways with the ass pick, man. Like, what the thing that really killed me was Derrick Henry.
That's what I was gonna say. That he's starting to concern me because at first I thought it was just like a weird script. Yeah. But then that game last week, man, he got the touchdown to save his day. But
25 yards.
He's starting to worry me. But it is Buffalo, so
But he looked like he played
thing. Like, you can't say Justin Jefferson was ass. He played up against Darius Slay. No. You can't say Derrick Henry was ass. He went up against the #1 defense in football.
2 games in a row, bro.
I don't know.
We got nothing.
I don't make the awards.
Yeah, that's King Henry.
I just give them out. I don't make the awards. I just give them out.
I agree with you, bro. Like, I'm upset. He was my #1 pick. And because he was my #1 pick is the only reason why I'm saying
you chose timeout.
No. Not #1 overall. Not #1 overall. Number 7. Number 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's
7, bro.
You play golf by yourself Friday.
No.
We're just like, where's Eric go?
Look, we all know what happens in #1 picks in fantasy football this year is Jonathan Taylor. We all know what should happen #2 pick, which is CMC, but that doesn't always happen. So
I'm not a CMC person.
I wish I could go back into it and took Josh Allen first.
Dude. I feel like the Colts.
I feel like I would have
award this week.
I would have been scoffed out the commissioner's house at that moment, but I feel like I should have did that.
Shut up.
I feel like I should have did that.
I got him in the 3rd round, bro.
I go, y'all really left Josh.
Lauren, who's your pick? Lauren, who's your pick before we have to go?
Matt Ryan. Yeah. Indianapolis Colts just looked like trash.
You hit E in the heart right there, man. You hit E in the heart right there.
I got a soft spot for Matty Ice, but like they looked. I have Jonathan Taylor on some teams, and I was like, God, dude.
But we have not beat Jacksonville in like 6 years.
I know, bro.
Last
year was
8 trips to Jacksonville.
It just looked bad. It just didn't even look like it wasn't even like close. It was just hard to watch.
And last year was a heartbreaker, bro. And they not only did they do it in style, they did it on fucking Hard Knocks, man.
So basically, the Colts basically had 2 cashiers from Walmart playing receiver. Why have they not called you? Why have they not called you to come back out and play for the Colts?
They won't call me.
Never. They said, you have to tell this story here.
Yeah, they said I quit on the team. They thought I quit on the team because I had ankle surgery. So if you think I quit and the doctor operated on nothing, be my guest.
Well, like Eric, let me just point out to the peoples, man. You quit on 66 catches for 750 yards and 13 touchdowns and a Pro Bowl appearance. I don't really understand that logic, but whatever, bro.
I don't make the awards. I just hand them out.
The owner does a lot of appeals, so exactly.
I feel that, bro. I feel that, man. Well, Eric, bro, like I can't thank you enough for your time, man. We'd love to have you back on, towards the end of the year, talk about your fantasy team, man. We'd love to hear.
We can talk about it.
Yeah, we'd love to hear about what happens, bro. And I can't wait to see you on the golf course on Friday, man.
Yes,
I look forward to that. And
300-yard drives coming to a theater near you.
Hey, look, you're the only person I've ever seen hit a 3 with 300 yards. So we'll see if you know where it's going on Friday.
Oh, I know now.
Look, now that you got fitted and you had lessons and you play a lot, look, I don't doubt that shit. You're just gonna have to shut TJ up, bro.
I feel like Clint was trying to say you've been juicing. Before you've been hitting the driving range. He didn't say it. But that's what
I know he's been practicing. He going to practice tomorrow. I guarantee that.
You know he is.
E, I don't practice golf. I just play twice a week, bro.
So he might go tonight, pull his car right out there on the greens with his headlights like in the movies. He might go out there tonight.
Look, I'm not the one Eric has to worry about on the greens. It's his boy TJ that he has to worry about on the greens. It's me he has to worry about everybody everywhere else. TJ can't play golf like that. He can putt his ass off, but he can't play golf like that. He's good enough. He's definitely good enough to play, and he shoots under 100. But he can putt his damn ass off. And
I can't wait to dominate y'all. I'll see y'all on Friday.
All right, homie. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much, Eric. It's nice talking to you.
Thanks, Eric. Appreciate it, brother.
All right, peace out, homie.
Thank you.
All right,
God.
So
he's awesome.
Oh, I told you.
I'm gonna need like an autograph to my favorite gay girl crush.
All right, so tell me what you want the autograph on. I'm seeing him Friday. I'll just have him sign it.
Nice. It can be on a napkin.
Clint's shirt and send it to you.
He can autograph my shirt.
A signed Clint shirt that he wears to the golf.
That's fine. He can sign his hat. You can have that. It's fine.
Yeah, no, anything. I love that man so much.
No, he's a cool dude, and his boy TJ, he's one of my better friends. He played for the Redskins, the Eagles. We'll have him on. We'll have Jabari Price on, who played 6 years with the Vikings before injury, and he's still doing big things down in South Florida, teaching young kids how to play football. And doing some real estate. And we got EJ Wilson, who's a 4-year NFL vet, Seahawks, Tampa Bay, Bucks, and he's gonna be coming on defensive lineman. So we're gonna get the tight end perspective, which we just got from Ebron. We're gonna get the wide receiver perspective, we're gonna get from TJ. We're gonna get the defensive line perspective, which we're gonna get from EJ Wilson, and we'll get the quarterback perspective, which we're gonna have from Jabari Price. And if y'all don't remember Jabari Price, for all of those non-Carolina fans and non-real NFL fans, go back and look some tape.
Non-real.
He was pretty locked down at his position, man. So like, I don't know if y'all remember this dude, but he can lock down some defenders. So anyway, so let's wrap this show up since the commission's now on. Let's talk about our league of record real quick before we.
Yeah, I got like 2 minutes.
Yep, that's all we need, bro. That's all we need. Let's talk about the league of record real quick.
I'm loving it right now.
Let's start it off with the commission. What you got?
I had a rough week, man. I had a rough week in our show league. I got like everybody it started off. I should have known it was an omen for Mahomes and Kelsey not to do well, so that just kind of set me up for a really poor week. But in my money leagues, went 2 and 3.
Okay.
I mean 2 and 1. So and Hoofnagel I won, and lucky 13. Did what I needed to do.
Going back to another one of these, I plan on keeping.
Yeah, I lost in Swan. I lost in the one I've been in for 24 years. I had Justin Jefferson and Kirk Cousins. So.
But dude, that's a standard league. That's so tough. All right, Lauren, what say you in the league of record?
I'm 2-0. Family got my ass kicked by Brandon. I lost some serious shit in DraftKings. I like everything I put in because I didn't have any of the Dolphins. I didn't have Lamar.
Bills, no Dolphins, no Ravens.
You couldn't win without those guys this last weekend.
All right, Ferg,
I did well. I had a couple lineups with Tua and Tarheel.
I'm 1-1. I got a lot of lineups where I scored 170 points and ran into Tua or Diggs.
Yeah. Well, what about the league of record, bro?
I lost, I believe, this weekend. I believe I am 1-1, but it's early. I'm not really worried about it. I got a lot of talent on the bench that's injured. A lot of my leagues have Keenan and Godwin on the bench, and I'm starting cats like
I can understand
Duvernay and Elijah Moore, trying to tread water.
Well, you know what, man, I would stay true on the Elijah Moore thing, man. He said that Joe Flacco throws the most catchable ball he's ever seen, so I would definitely stay on that train until at least Zach Wilson comes back. So. In our league of record, I leveled myself out at 1-1, and I'm gonna give.
Wait, who beat you the first week?
I don't remember.
He knows who.
Oh, you did.
He knows who beat him. That's why she asked.
I don't remember the losses, Lauren. Only the wins.
Yeah.
All right. So, but my stars this week are Kyler Murray coming back in that OT. Mike Williams, who in Keenan Allen's absence was a beast, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, who I mentioned earlier. He's going to be a dominant force, hopefully, for the rest of this year, barring injury. And so that was my fantasy champions of the week. And real quick, let's go with upsets of the week. We had talked about this before, Lauren. I'm going to go with Miami over Buffalo.
I'm going to because I want it to happen so badly.
Yeah, you, bro.
We are so fucked now because everybody's got them going.
I mean, I could say the Saints are going to lose just so they could win.
So just to be a contrarian, since we're on here, I'm going to go Cowboys over Giants.
Wow. Merrill, how do you feel about that?
What about the
Commanders?
Cowboys over Giants is
well. I mean, the odds makers are expecting the Giants to lose because we're only like a 2.5 point favorite. You're supposed to get 3 points for being at home. So yeah, I mean that's we should lose that game.
Then I'll go away from that and I'll go Baker over the Saints.
Ooh,
and I hate Baker, but I'll go Baker over the Saints this week.
I get that. Hot take. All right.
I hope somebody's keeping track of these.
All right, so I don't know if we're gonna have a guest next week or not, you guys. We might space them out. We might throw them back to back. Who knows? Just depends. So stay tuned to social media and the NC 100 YouTube page, Facebook page, LinkedIn page. Meryl's posting stuff all the time about this.
Somebody texted me, asked me when Mahomes is going to be on.
Yeah, no doubt. Look, bro. Look. We're gonna work our way through down the people that we have access to, bro.
It's like year 10, we'll be at that level. Then.
Look, we're working our way through the people that we have access to. We have an NFL Pro Bowler that just left our show and a college All-American. So I think we're doing pretty okay to start off with. So I will finish this by saying I appreciate every last one of you. Lauren, stunning.
Thank you so much.
I don't think the bet is truly paid until we see the dress.
Stand up.
Hey,
there it is. There it is. Okay.
I consider your debt paid now.
All right. Thank you very much.
And by the way, your friends are invited to come back if they want to. So,
all right.
So
I'll let them know.
I appreciate every last one of you guys. We will see you next Wednesday. Actually, let's go ahead and talk about this just real quick. I'm going to be on a plane. So
during the show?
Like I will be in Denver, bro. Like I don't know if I'm gonna have access to Wi-Fi when this show starts. So first,
it's the black guy and the white girl next week.
Take the reins. The commissioner's going whenever he can.
No, I won't. I'm having like a dental procedure, so I won't be at I'll be like this.
We're gonna be like bickering politics.
Hey, I will send you a list of people we're going to talk shit about next week.
Show league people that are in the show league, man. Y'all got to get on the show next week.
Come on the show.
Or somebody from Hoofnagel, Lucky 13. Get on the show next week.
We have Ian, we had Jay, we had a kind of crowded schedule the last 2 weeks, so we'll go back to bringing Ian and other folks from the league on. I believe our friend, one of our league members, Mr. Tyree Harrison, said that he had a lot of shit to talk about.
Bring him on.
Books and shit like
Samantha's all about JE. Thinks JE, so you gotta get JE.
Well, look,
JE is like her secret other crush.
Yeah.
Bring guests on, talk about shit, do your thing. I know it's gonna be amazing. I'm sorry I cannot join, but I will be in a bachelor party in Denver and
enjoy
living
bring some home some stuff, you know.
Lauren, you
don't bring home anything you can't get rid of.
You ain't got to worry about that, Lauren. I can fit stuff in my cleavage as well. So,
there it is.
So I will see you guys in 2 weeks for the football show with No Name. I'm Clint, aka Champ, as you see right there. We got the Commissioner Merrill Holloway, Big Jeff, and Lauren. Who dat?